do a quick check-in. It has been a bit since I last checked in. Just lots of stuff going on. And by lots of stuff, I mean lots of stuff. Okay, I'm following a mail truck and I don't want to try to pass them. This is awkward. Just trying to get out of my neighborhood. I'm heading for a doctor's appointment. And yeah, I've got a weird thing going on with my blood pressure. It's going really low. So I've been taking my blood pressure for 2 weeks, morning and night, and going back in for a recheck to see what they think, blah, 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 blah. So, which is odd for me because toward the last several years of my life or whatever, it started to creep up higher and higher and higher. Now all of a sudden it's getting like really low for no apparent reason. So we're just trying to check all this out, you know, just doing what you gotta do when, you know, you're getting old and creaky, I guess. So doing that, good times. And then another thing I'm having happen tomorrow early in the morning is I have to have a molar extracted, removed. Strange and longish story. I'll try to make it somewhat quick, but you know me. I noticed probably in the last 6-7 months, I guess, that whenever I just kind of go like one of these, or, you know, I touch my whatever, it sort of felt weird on my jaw right here. Not really pain, but just kind of tingly and odd and not comfortable, if that makes any sense at all. So I totally, you know, tried to ignore that, but couldn't. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna go just get it checked out, you know. So I checked it out. I went to my dentist, had them check it out. They took x-rays, didn't see really anything happening that was a big deal. But said, you know, obviously something's bothering you and let's just see what we can do about it. So go to this specialist. They have this better 3D camera thing and they can see if they can tell if there's something going on. So did that and found out that yes, I have a major aggressive infection that has then been eating away at the bone in my jaw. It's the creepiest picture you ever did see. Totally creepy. Anyway, hesitating whether to even show that here. So it's eating away at the bone of my jaw. Ugh. And so obviously I have to have that tooth removed because basically it was a tooth that I'd already had a root canal done on years ago. And there has been apparently a fracture in that tooth that I didn't really know about. And bacteria, whatever, got down in there. And so that has been causing the major aggressive infection. So I'm really glad I checked that out. So warning, if you're having a weird feeling in your teeth or your jaw or whatever, check that out because it's not causing pain. There was one day it was kind of painful and I thought, okay, here comes a toothache thing, something else is happening in the area, that it was super painful. Of course, I can take a lot of pain without really considering it pain. But anyway, in general, it really was not bad, considering what's going on in there. So anyway, I have to have that removed tomorrow. Not looking forward to that at all. And then I have to let that heal. And then I have to get a bone graft. And then let that heal and get the bone to take over. So I have to have the bone graft and then let the bone grow enough that they can then put an implant titanium rod in and then the toothing on top of it. So the whole thing starts tomorrow morning. I will have a giant molar gone and then all that process is going to be happening and in the fall it'll all be taken care of. Nightmare. I don't like having anything done to my teeth. But I've religiously gone to the dentist every 6 months of my entire life, even as a child. Grew up with well water when I was a small child in the 60s and 70s, so kind of in the country, and I don't know, so it wasn't fluoridated. I used fluoride in my toothpaste and stuff, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like my teeth have not done very well, considering I've done everything right. I had a lot of cavities when I was younger, that kind of thing. But it is what it is, and I've been taking the best care of my teeth as I possibly can. So I haven't had too much awful things have to happen. So I guess it's my turn. It's my time. So anyway, there's that. And got to get that done starting tomorrow. So that's going to be something going on a lot. in the next bit, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel. All I know is last time I had teeth extracted was when I had my wisdom teeth removed, and I got dry socket so bad. I was so sick, so sick, and absolutely miserable. I lost, I think, 18 pounds. Yeah, it was really bad. This was when I was in college, so I was in university. I was at Purdue at the time. It was during a break. Yeah, anyway, that was rough. So hopefully I don't get dry socket on this one, but if, you know, if there are extended periods of time where you don't see me, it could be that, or I could just be dealing with a lot of weird pain or whatever, or just had surgery, you know, I don't know. So just wanted to share that with you. So that's going to be going on in my life too. Other things, as you know, we've been working on the kitchen project, and it's full speed ahead and then stop, then full speed ahead and then stop, and then, I mean, it just cannot seem to get off the ground, this project. Nothing construction-wise has begun whatsoever. The minute we think we have something working, something else falls through. Somebody has weeks off. Some, you know, the designer person has been on vacation, and we had to ask her a question about something to make something else work, because we have 3 different people involved. We have the people who have dealt with our stone hood. It's a giant piece of stone for our hood, trying to update that without removing it entirely and starting over, and that's getting to be an issue. Boy, and we have cabinet people who originally put their custom cabinets. They're still in really great shape. We're trying to preserve those as much as possible rather than just gut the thing. So we've got those people who have to specifically work on those cabinets because they're specifically their cabinets to try to update. And then we have all the other stuff, which is the stone countertops and backsplash and sinks and, you know, faucets and lighting and all that kind of rot, the designery stuff. So all those 3 people are trying to coordinate together, and all of them seem to be having different people on vacation at different times. And it's just been the slowest process on the planet, but we're still biting away at it, one tiny nibble at a time, and eventually it will happen, I'm convinced. I have no patience for these things, so it's been way past my patience level already, but it is what it is, and we are just nibbling away at that one. So that is still a constant in our lives, and dealing with that. We have some fun things happening soon. Claire, my daughter, who lives in North Carolina, and my granddog Gracie are going to be coming up and staying with me for about a week. And during part of that time, the first part of my sister-in-law and her husband are going to come visit for a week, so she'll get to overlap a little bit with that, so she'll get to see them and they'll get to see her, which is fantastic. So I've got people coming for a good 2 weeks of time, a little more, that'll be in the house, in and out, various groups of different people. And so we're going to be doing all the Florida stuff. This is their first visit to us since we moved. They live in Illinois, so we're going to do all the stuff and just show them around and all that kind of thing. So that's going to be a bit of time where I'm just, you know, busy every single day, enjoying stuff. And we're going to go head to the beach on one day, and maybe do Epcot on one day, and we're going to check out the different areas and the different towns and different farmers markets and festivals and whatever there is to do. We're going to find a way to do it and just have some relaxation time and pool days and whatnot. So looks like the weather should possibly be good for us, so that's good. So gonna have that happening also in April. And other than that, we also have another big, I'm helping a family member, a loved one, plan a really big celebration ceremony kind of a thing that they'd like to help plan, and they asked for my help, so I'm going to try. I've been working on that also. That's been taking a lot of time, and we've been looking at venues for this event and things like that, so I've been doing a lot on that also. So that's kind of what's been happening, and why I've just sort of been a little bit, you know, doing other things. So there's that. We had some other family members and loved ones here during their spring break with their children. So that was fun. We had them here recently for about 4 or 5 days, which was great. So that was fun too, just doing all the fun things. There's so much to do here, so it's just busy. But all good stuff, except for, you know, oral surgery and weird blood pressure and things like that. But anyway, I am definitely taking care of myself the very best I know how. Getting in some good walks. I've had a lot of good walks lately. Found a few fun new outfits that I've just been kind of having wearing on repeat sort of during this time of year because it's a perfect time of year to wear them. I think I might do a video on those outfits just to share those with you because they're just working for so many things, and that's what's so much fun about them. Yeah, just things like that are happening, so I just want to share that with you. So right now I'm getting ready to pull into where my doctor's office is, and then I'm going to go to Target, look for an outdoor little side table thing. We have one that's kind of falling apart a little bit. It'll do, but if I don't find anything I like. So that's going to happen after the doctor's appointment. Yeah, so that's my thing. That's my plan. Okay, so I did that. Yeah, I did that. I showed her my blood pressure log, and it looks like things are pretty good. It's still staying lower, which for whatever reason, I was on the verge of being high blood pressure, and now all of a sudden I'm on the verge of being almost too low. But at least it's holding steady there, so okay. Just got to keep my eye on it. But yeah, so that's been taken care of. I can not worry about that at the moment, which is always a good thing. And my other issue is that with the blood work, my B12 is just ridiculous. I'm telling you, I cannot hold on to B12. Neither can my daughter. We both have to get shots, and even with shots, it still comes out low. So now I'm going back once. I got to have a shot once a month. Now we're going to do that for 3 months. Get my test again, see where I stand. So yeah, gonna do that. And I volunteered my husband to give me the shots. I can come in and get them, but she said that, he could give them to me. She gave me paperwork to show him how. He used to give our daughters allergy shots. He was able to do that. They taught him how or whatever. It's the same thing. So I'm just gonna have him do them. So I can pick the shots up at the pharmacy, and he can give me the shots once a month for 3 months, then we'll see where I stand. But in general, it's been happening to me for many years. I cannot hold on to B12. And taking it orally does not do anything for my daughter or myself. So we're dealing with that too. So aren't you glad you just joined in on this let's talk about all of our old people problems video? It sounds great, doesn't it? So anyway, wanted to just quickly share what's happening there. And hopefully my tooth thing will just go beautifully tomorrow. Don't even have to worry about that. But yeah, who knows? So So anyway, we'll see. In the meantime, I have to run a couple places since I'm over in this part of town, and then run over to the other part of town. So I'm just going to be running some errands after this. Yeah, and try to see if I can find possibly a little outdoor table thing for this one area outside, because the one we have is getting kind of ratty looking. So let's just run to Target, pick up a few things, and yeah, see what happens there. By the way, the weather has been absolutely outstanding here. Just gorgeous, and it's been beautiful, like a wonderful summer, not a horrendous, hot summer. It's going to be a little cooler again this coming week, but basically it's been in the 80s and sunny and gorgeous, and I've been loving every second of it. I've been taking a lot of hikes and walks whenever I get even a few minutes. I have a place that's really close to me. It's like 7 minutes down the road. So I can quickly go there and feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's wonderful. I got to see this huge crane. It looked like a pterodactyl fly right past me at one point. I got to see a river otter, and it's just been a lot of fun. And Darwin, who's my one of my favorite tortoises, he's there. I always say hi to Darwin. So been loving it. Been loving it here. It's been a really great spring so far. Some really cute linen shorts. They're linen rayon, black and white, and black and white check. They're super cute. They are $18. And some linen rayon like pants too. So cute, like on the beach, and little tank top or whatever, or is it cover up for the bottom? Very cute. So I just finished the Target shopping. Got the few things I needed. Did not see a little end table thing for the patio. Nah. So no, that didn't happen. Gonna have to search for something elsewhere. But while I was trying to load my stuff in the back of the car, I realized that I have bags and piles of stuff I gotta drop off at Goodwill. So I have to do that too, and it's on completely the other side of town around a lake. So yeah, I think I might have to drop the food off at home first before I do that. Things to do. I'm home. I think I handled everything I needed to handle. I ran all the errands all over town, around the lake twice. So it's all good and everything is all set. So I'm going to have a little bit of lunch. It's like almost 2 o'clock already. Have a little bit of something to eat and relax a little tiny bit before I do something else. And then prepare for tomorrow. So thank you. I know this was not at all exciting, but it's just a check-in and I just wanted to say hi. So take care. I'll talk to you soon.